We know that Wall Street thinks this year Tesla will make less money than the year before. This year, they think Tesla will make $3.96 per share compared to $4.07 per share. Except there is one caveat here. This was from back in March, on March 27th. Looking at the consensus from Yahoo Finance, we will see that for 2023, the consensus is now $3.90 based on 34 analysts. Higher earnings, of course, is a key driver for Tesla's stock to go up, so we want to pay very close attention to what the earnings are doing, especially long term. James is a skeptical Tesla stock bull, but he's saying, let's just say that people who are forecasting a year-over-year drop in earnings per share will have some explaining to do. Here is why James thinks that average costs per vehicle soared from $36,500 to $41,000 from Q1 to Q2 last year. I believe, says James, $2,000 of this is due to the spike in lithium, and the balance was from Berlin, Austin ramp costs. Remember, these are new factories still. I think it is reasonable to assume we return to $36,500 per car, I think he meant, once both are at $5,000 per week and then fall below that number. When both of these factories opened, yeah, we saw a huge increase in cost per vehicle, and it's still elevated, but this number should start to come down. James thinks that we will be back to $36,500 per car in terms of costs in Q3 of this year, when volumes should exceed 5,000 per week from each of these factories, Austin and Berlin, and Tesla starts benefiting from economies of scale, plus with lithium prices falling through the floor. Recall that Q2 of last year saw lithium prices 5x from 2021 highs, and it kept going up till peak in Q4 of last year. We know that Giga Berlin is already at 5,000 per week, which Tesla considers volume production, which is great. Giga Texas is a little bit behind at 4,000 vehicles produced per week, but I think they will get to 5,000 pretty quickly. Certainly, I would expect that to happen next quarter and perhaps even sooner than that. We'll see. Lithium may drag in Q1 and Q2 before becoming a significant tailwind in Q3 and Q4. Combined with Lavrov hitting mass production by then, let's just say that people who are forecasting a year-over-year drop in earnings per share will have some explaining to do. Everyone focuses on price, but cost is even more important. And I agree with that statement right here. Costs are more important. If Tesla can get these costs down, then it doesn't matter if Tesla drops prices. Look where we were in the beginning of this quarter, Q1, in terms of lithium prices. January was right here. Tesla has not benefited from these lower prices significantly yet, but in Q2, likely there may be some sort of significant benefit, and certainly in Q3. Although we don't know exactly how Tesla handles its contracts and for how long would Tesla have to keep buying these batteries at higher prices. But some contracts can also be renegotiated even if they have not expired yet. Because you can say, hey, look, if you don't give us a better deal, then we're just going to go to someone else that will give us a better price. So do you want to give us a better price now, maybe? And then you can have our future business as well, not just this little business that we have agreed before to give to you. There's a new Cybertruck prototype that has been spotted with new wheels. And looking from this angle, when I saw it, I'm like, I don't know if I'm a fan of these wheels. But then I scroll down the article and I see another photo from a different angle. And from this angle, I think it actually looks fine, although the image is not really that clear. So if I see it in person, maybe I wouldn't like it. I'm not sure. But from this angle, this particular photo, I think it looks fine. But looking at it from the side, yeah, I'm not a fan. Are you? There's also a new class action lawsuit that has been filed against Tesla after the video privacy scandal. We don't know how big the damages are that they are seeking for. It only says it's in excess of 5 million. I would imagine the actual number is probably pretty high. But this lawsuit has been filed a day later after a Reuters story dropped telling everyone that Tesla might have been able to access these video streams from your car and could see everything that's going on around your car, even if it's, let's say, parked in your garage and you come into your garage naked, and then, Tesla employees may be able to see that footage. That's the allegation, basically. But just like Electric says here, filing the lawsuit so quickly does seem a little opportunistic, with the firm wanting to be the first to stake claim to this potential suit. The silver lining so far in this story, specifically about this lawsuit, is it has not been decided that it is an actual legitimate class action lawsuit. A judge still has to decide that. Sawyer posted this link to this article, and he posted that only to subscribers. I support Sawyer's work. I am subscribed, but he said that he doesn't mind sharing, so let's go through that article. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. This article is about Tesla and advertising. It has some good points. Here are 5 reasons why Tesla should or should not advertise. Number 1 is the rebellious underdog brand appeal. Many of Tesla's supporters, myself included, are people who like to root for the underdog, people who want David to win against Goliath. It's become obvious that traditional media is controlled by the incumbents that spend hundreds of millions per year to promote their brands using these media outlets, and then these media outlets don't talk negatively about these brands. So that would be possibly one reason why Tesla could advertise in the future. If Tesla would start doing the same, they would lose that rebellious appeal in the eyes of those people. It would be like admitting the best product can't win on its own merits, that one needs to play the game to have a chance of succeeding. While the advertising would likely win some new customers who previously hadn't considered buying a Tesla, it could have a detrimental effect on the brand in the long term. Reason number 2, fodder for critics. One of the common refrains of many of Tesla's critics is that Elon doesn't know what he's doing and is winging it, or even that he's a liar and a fraud because he has said some things in the past that have turned out not to be true, like full self-driving will be ready by the end of this year back in 2018. But also, let's be real, Elon got a lot of things right, like, I don't know, starting Tesla, starting SpaceX, just to name 2 big ones. Elon has repeatedly said that Tesla does not need advertising. If he starts advertising, I can already hear the critics pointing out how he was wrong again. Well, these bears already say this all the time. All the critics, they say this all the time. They make Elon look like he's evil already. So I don't think it would be much worse, really. But sure, you would give more ammunition to critics. But I don't think there's anything that Elon would not do or do just because of how someone would think about him. I don't think that's really Elon. I don't think he really cares about that much. Reason number 3, demographics. It's not true that Tesla does not advertise. They produce informational content that they disseminate over social media and through word of mouth. For example, that recent Cybertruck crash video that never crashed, tens of millions of people saw that video. What they do not do is pay traditional media companies for airtime or space in their periodicals or online properties to show their content to a broader audience. The fact is that the people consuming traditional media are the older segments of the population that are the least likely to want to embrace the new, disrupting technology, and that have the least amount of time left in their lives to purchase vehicles of their favorite brand. And of course, the younger generations have been moving away from traditional media. And this is the share of younger adults receiving TV via cable or satellite. And as you can see, it has plunged. You look at 18 to 29-year-olds. Yeah, down from 65% to 34% just from 2015 to 2021, and now we live in 2023, Baba Bay. I stopped watching TV through cable more than 10 years ago. I don't watch it ever using cable. We don't even have a TV subscription of any kind using traditional cable. Reason number 4, competitors are already doing it. Many proponents of the idea that Tesla should advertise point to the Q1 2022 chart that Tesla included in their shareholder deck showing the spike in orders after the Super Bowl. Then several legacy auto manufacturers spent millions to show videos about EVs. The claim is that the chart shows that advertising works, so Tesla should do it. That claim, however, misses the fact that the chart shows that advertising by Tesla's competitors increases Tesla's orders. It does not show what Tesla advertising would do. And of course, most people assume that if Tesla advertises, it would increase sales of Tesla, but some are also worried that it would increase sales of the competitors. I don't think that would really be a problem, though. I think it would increase Tesla sales more than the competitors because Tesla vehicles are just better. Reason number 5, there is no harm in trying, is there? Many of those that argue that Tesla should advertise say that they should at least try and there is no harm in spending a few $1,000,000, and by doing so, the debate could be put to rest, and we would know if advertising is beneficial or not. I would argue that there is harm in trying for the reason listed above. It could cause permanent harm to the brand, give new fodder to critics, and possibly backfire and have the opposite of a desired effect. When I am showing my Tesla to someone else, one of the first things I often say is, look, Teslas are so good that they don't even need any advertising. I could no longer say that if I am showing the car to someone else and if Tesla already started advertising. And certainly there could be a little bit of a hit to the brand image as well. But eventually I think Tesla will start advertising. But first, Tesla will exhaust all of the possible options to cut the prices as much as possible to a point where it doesn't make more sense to cut the prices anymore. And this is an important message to all Tesla stock investors. Make sure that you watch it if you haven't yet. My name is Matt Postius. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.